welcome to episode 25 of the Three Damn Dudes podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, your ears do not deceive you. You hear Three Damn Dudes, but it's not the three you're thinking of. Zach, how do you feel that both times that you have been on our show, Gavin has not been here?
It really shows who whacks the blue and who doesn't.
Right now he's back in the brown because apparently he's got food poisoning.
He said, and I quote, "I am squirting out of my ass." To which I said, "Prove it." And he did not.
Oh.
He did not. He said almost immediately, "No, because you'll post that shit."
Literally.
LOL.
Literally.
No, I won't. Don't be crass. So, yeah, we have a guest. We have Zack on again for round two. Surprisingly, the first guest that we've had that's actually agreed to a round two. So maybe that's an us problem.
Yes.
All right, it's an us problem.
Yep,
that makes it easy
100%.
then. So what's everybody drinking? We'll start with Zack. I almost said your last name.
Yeah, let's not. Let's not do
Mr.
that.
Zack. Mr. Zack.
Mr. Zack. I'm drinking vodka and 7-Up.
I got nothing for that. I had something ready for vodka cranberry. I had something ready for fucking just about everything else, but really vodka cranberry. I had something really ready for that.
I don't hate
good for
myself
you.
that much.
Well, you also just don't have a UTI, so I'm happy for you. Love that
That's
for
very
you.
valid. Do you have something up for energy drink? Because I got one of those too.
No, but I did watch you basically snort a line of that on accident before we started recording.
I did. It feels great now.
Yeah.
Just a little buzzing.
He's got the nose tingles.
It's good shit.
Jimmy,
though.
what are you drinking?
I got beer. I got my beer drinking glass frozen,
Yeah.
A goblet.
which is nice.
It's a chalice.
Pinkered chalice. You need one of
You,
them.
you got a little, yeah, there you
A
go.
little bit of
You got
broth.
That's
I have
gross.
Molson Canadian in that right now. And then
Solid.
when I'm done with this big boy,
Oh, Jesus.
I've got two Yinglings of the same size that are also gonna get drink from that. Maybe tonight on an empty stomach. So let's fucking run it.
He said Molson Canadian. He left out the ice part.
Zach, does that take you back to your college days in South Canada?
No, that takes me back to the trailer park I was at last week.
Well, that sounds like a story we'll get into here in a little bit. But before we do that,
Not
let's
really,
get into
yeah.
these weekly recaps. And you know what? Fuck you, Jimmy. I'll go first. So it's been an interesting week, boys. Oh, there's another thing I need to add to this while I'm thinking about it, because yeah, I'll make that number 2 because it's shitty.
Oh boy.
So a good buddy of mine, he hit me up, not at like 2 a.m. or anything, so it wasn't like one of those kind of calls, but it was kind of weird because I'm usually not the guy that gets the phone calls of people just checking on me. But that was one of the first ones that I actually remember where someone was like, "Hey man, you doing all right?" And it threw me for a loop, so much so that I was like, "Are you okay? What's going on, bud?" Come to find out, he lost a friend of his. So yeah, he was going through all of those super fun emotions and rabbit holes and probably a little bit of the what ifs. And he reached out. And while I definitely truly appreciated him reaching out, as much as it was like him dealing with the stuff on his own, but also like it's no fun to lose one friend. No one wants to lose 2 back to back, right? It was I don't know. It was weird because I'm always the one. 99% of the time, I'm the one calling people and going, "Hey, man, you all right? How's it going? I haven't talked to you in like 6 fucking months. How you doing?" Um, but yeah, that script flip threw me for a loop. Um, but yeah, it was nice to get the call. Um, the circumstances I wish were different, and like we've talked about since we really started this podcast. One of the things that we aim to do, and I'm going to paraphrase and not say it quite as eloquently as we did in the early episodes, normalize reaching out to the boys. It's fine. It's a fine and fucking normal thing to do. Just check on your friends. So, Eric, I'm sorry you're going through that, man. Love you, buddy. Um, so the last like 3 weeks, I have been sleeping like absolute shit. Like it's been fucking awful. Like I'll go to lay down in bed, room's dark, the sound machine's on, so my tinnitus isn't keeping me up, and I'll just lay there. And for whatever fucking reason, my brain's like, "Hey man, it's kind of dark. Are you sure there's nothing else in the room? What the fuck was that noise down the hall? Is that the AC kicking on? Who touched that door?" I'm like, "Oh, thanks, brain. Now I guess I'll just lay here and be fucking hyper vigilant for the next hour and a half." Sick. I fucking love that. So that's been a super fun thing, and honestly, like just about every night for the last 3 weeks, just laid in bed, freaking the fuck out, trying not to, but it's not that easy. And on top of that, the last few nights I've slept extra like shit because I've been waking up in the middle of the night from night terrors that I don't even fucking remember.
Oof.
So that's super fucking neat. So I don't know what the fuck is going on in my brain right now because I haven't figured it out. I have no idea.
Are you
But
taking any cold medication?
no, I'm not taking fucking in. I'm taking my allergy meds that I've taken for like 3 years now.
My buddy
Like,
took some, I don't remember, one of the quick gel ones a couple weeks ago, and he went like super paranoid for like 3 days until he realized it was the meds. And he goes, "Now I understand why people on meth are so paranoid."
you know,
That is
that's fair. That's fair. I hadn't thought about that, but that's actually a good point. So courtesy of the last 3 weeks and really like the last fucking 4.5 years, um, I came to the realization that I am fucking exhausted. And not like I'm fucking tired, boss. I'm tired of just raw dogging life. So I finally identified the state that I'm currently in and was honest with myself and actually like got to the point where I decided that I'm going to do something about it. So I called the VA and the call center line, they sent a, what do they call it? Like functionally a referral request to behavioral health or mental health or whatever the hell we're calling it now. I did that yesterday. So tomorrow I get to call them back and see if anything's happened with that. But all of that to say that's where I'm at. And it's important to do these check-ins with people who are going to hold you accountable because driving home Monday after work, I was talking to Gavin because I talk to that dude like every day on my drive home. I told him pretty much laid it all out, and I'm like, "This is what I'm thinking," and he's like, "Yeah, so fucking do it, and I will give you ridiculous amounts of shit, and I will call your wife if you don't." And I went, "Ah, fuck."
yeah, the trump card.
So it's important to have friends like that that'll hold you accountable and call you on your bullshit, and it's also important to when it's appropriate, be honest with your friends about how you're fucking doing. Because it's no fun doing all that shit alone. It's been a long 4 years, and honestly, it's been a long fucking 13 years, man. It's been a long time, and I'm tired. And I'm tired of being tired. So now I'm gonna try and do something about it.
I'm proud of you,
Because I
buddy.
can't tap out yet. I'm fucking stuck here. Just like you fucking douchebags. And you
You're
know
stuck
what? If I
with
gotta
us.
be stuck here, you guys gotta be stuck here too. And listen, I made it back from my first deployment, so now it's everybody's fucking problem. All right? Hmm. Yeah. So on that note, uh again, I'll plug this, and I will probably always plug this. The veteran crisis line is 988 and then option 1. If you're losing your fucking mind, if you're going through shit, if you're tired of doing life the way you've been doing it, if you can't fucking maintain the tempo and the fucking situation that you're in, reach out. Make the fucking phone call. Because no one wants to go to your funeral. But on a lighter note, we'll move on to me bitching about at least my child, because I don't have anything prepared this week. Other than, no, actually, yeah, I'll bitch about him too. So Ridley is going to a daycare, and recently the front office staff has changed over, and the new lady in the front office, I'm not a huge fan of. Um, I just there's not something off about her, but the way that, I don't know if it's the tone in her voice all of the time, all of the 2 times that I have talked to her or what, but I'm not a huge fan, and that is largely exclusively a me thing, and that's fine. I'm allowed to make my own judgments on people based on interactions because I'm a fucking adult.
Barely.
Um, barely, yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. But since the staff turnover, Ridley has had several incident reports of, just not getting along with other kids or throwing a tantrum, doing pretty normal, like almost 4-year-old shit. And the writing on the walls is telling me that she is probably very quickly going to not go to that daycare anymore. Whether it's us pulling her or them saying, yeah, she needs to find somewhere else to go. I think we're very rapidly approaching that point.
So,
And
is it because of why? Is it because of like her behavior? Is it because of how they're handling her behavior?
I think
Is it
it's partially her behavior, because that kid can throw tantrums like no other. And right, she's probably throwing tantrums exactly like every other fucking 3-year-old. But goddamn, like
um
I get it. I'm not mad that they're mad. I'm not mad that they're upset about it. I get it. Especially if it's getting disruptive in like within the course of the curriculum for the day, because they have that shit. So like, okay, to an extent, sure. But I get the feeling that some people are quicker to respond to a child losing their mind at the school, and instead of letting them work through it, they hear a child losing their shit and they go down the hall to go do something about it, like remove them from the classroom so they're not being disruptive. Which that doesn't fucking help anything.
so explain so I have a lot of experience with tantrums. Um explain what a tantrum looks like for you guys.
So with her, like, right, she throws like the normal, like, kid in the supermarket just got told that they can't get a toy tantrum, like a pretty basic fucking just upset about something. So she'll do that, but then she will also get herself so worked up that she is screaming at the top of her lungs Ears are totally turned off, and she is just swinging at anything that looks like a fucking face because she can.
Have you, because we are doing a podcast, so I don't want to dive too specifically in, but have you sought help for that?
So we've got an appointment with the pediatrician, which I have no idea what in the actual fuck they are going to tell us. But we're also exploring a local program that's a lot closer to like a social work aspect, which is what I actually have some stock in. So yeah, we're starting to make sure that there's not some underlying actual issue, and she is in fact just being a fucking feral ass 3-year-old. But
Oh, well, so not to cut you off, but so 3 is worse than 2 for most kids. The terrible 2s are one thing, but 3s, they don't really talk about it. But so like Charlie is about to hit 3, and Charlie has become just an absolute asshole. Pastella um was rough with 3, but like I said, I have a lot of experience with meltdowns and stuff. And and tantrums and whatnot. And Pastella would throw tantrums to the extent to where we would always worry that the police were going to come because everybody could hear it,
yeah,
even the neighbors, whatever. And um, Pastella has a few diagnoses from that. Um, she's got some stuff. Um, so like I'm definitely like if you ever need to talk or you like off of this, of course, I have a ton of experience with meltdowns and stuff, and we'll talk offline. But I've actually been dealing with a lot of that. She's 13 now, and we're still having a lot of stuff going on with that have, hopefully you won't have to deal with. Um, and I doubt you would, but tantrums are rough, especially meltdown tantrums where it's like
yeah,
blood curdling, screaming,
yep,
breaking stuff, hitting people and things and damaging stuff and just screaming to where people think you're murdering your child.
yeah.
That's some rough shit. Um, so my advice would be to you and to anybody else who's dealing with this is so if is she in kindergarten yet? Not yet. Then is
Not
she in?
yet. I mean, she's in daycare, which is structured kind of like a pre-K type thing.
Ooh. So I'm not going to ask you when she was born. We don't want too many details on that on the pod, but if, because I don't know when her birthday is, if she qualifies for the Young Fives program, and if your school district does the Young Fives program, I would wholeheartedly recommend putting her in that because the sooner you can get her on an IEP and
Yeah,
get the help from social workers, get the help from outside therapy, like, because the school will help you with all of that,
yeah,
the better. Because unfortunately, and I don't mind talking shit about my ex-wife. So the that's where we fucked up is my ex-wife had no drive to handle anything on her own. Um, we waited too long. And unfortunately, I had to do all the legwork. And once we got divorced, nobody was there to put the legwork in for her daughter now. And we've got what we've got now, and it's bad. Like I told you off air that I've got a lot of shit going on like that. You have
yeah,
no idea. Um, we waited too long. So don't wait. Don't procrastinate. Don't do anything because it's your child and it's her future. And if you don't, it can get bad.
yeah,
Like I said, it's probably nowhere near close to what I've got going on. But
At least she's
there's
putting in the
definitely
effort.
resources. What's that?
I said at least he's putting in the effort.
Right. There's resources out there that'll help you.
Yep.
So look into that because I definitely understand.
Yeah, we're
If you,
starting to explore those now.
Yeah.
if you wait too long, then you end up having to deal with me more, and then that's never a good time for anybody.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to raise a contributor to society.
Yep.
Yeah.
Keyword
So
there is you're raising. That's a huge point.
yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's what's going on with old Riddler. And let's talk about Barrett. Nowhere near Ridley. I'm just gonna pontificate for a minute. I know that they say you're not supposed to compare your child to another child, especially not your other child, because they all grow and develop differently, and they'll hit their milestones when they hit their milestones. It's like the episode Baby Race in Bluey, right? Some kids bum shuffle before they crawl. There's just some kids just decide that they're gonna do shit when they're gonna do it. But looking back and remembering roughly when Ridley was hitting milestones versus when Barrett is hitting milestones, and granted, right, boys are stubborn. And everybody says that the boys are dumb when they come to this shit, like hitting milestones on time. They just fucking don't. It's just a thing. It's a known thing, right? And I know all of these things to be loosely true enough. However, that doesn't help when my son is still crawling at a year, which is normal. Really didn't start walking until I think 13 or 14 months. So, right, still hasn't gotten too far out ahead of where his sister's at. But like, this kid has zero interest in signing anything. Like, doesn't give a fuck about more or all done. Like, this child will take his fucking sippy cup and he's like, oh, I'll take a sip, and then just fucking throws it. Just straight up Thor style. He's like, yeah, no, I'm done with that. And then he'll look at it, right? He'll look at it and he'll be like, oh, fuck, I wasn't done with that. But now I can't reach it. And now it's going to be everyone's problem. Like, overall, super chill fucking kid. Gives zero fucks about anything. I just wish he would give a little bit more of a fuck. Sometimes.
He's just a chill
about
guy,
some
dude.
things. I know he is. And I recognize that and I get it. But I only have one other kid that I've done this with. And it's like, well, am I fucking this up?
So
Am I doing this wrong?
girls are
Fuck.
different than boys.
I know.
So your girls are smarter than boys when they're younger. They
they're
advance.
smarter than boys pretty much always. Let's just be real.
I disagree.
I'm telling Maddie you said that.
No, I love her. But they advance faster. So boys, you'll have a harder time for the most part. And there are instances where this is different, but for the most part, they advance faster. They potty train faster. They pick up on things faster. They talk faster. They walk faster. They crawl faster. They just get to shit faster.
Okay, pause. I swear to God, if Ridley is potty training faster than fucking Barrett is, buddy, we're on month 12 of our Nakey Baby weekend. I don't want to fucking talk about it. All right.
She's stubborn. So we're just now hitting 3 with Charlie. So this is going to kind of counter what I'm saying. Charlie, we can put in underwear. And as long as if we put him in the bathroom every 15 minutes, he'll pee on the potty. He still will run and go hide and poop whenever he can. We got him to poop on the potty once.
That's a win.
But for boys, that's unusual because James took until he was, I want to say 4 to be potty trained. late for. Whereas Pastella, I think it was quicker. But yeah, just don't compare one kid to the other. There are every single kid is different. I would imagine that you're having the difficulties with the potty training with your daughter because she's stubborn and she's got a
as
whole
fuck.
personality. She is unique in that regard, to where it's very much so her way or the highway.
No, it's her way
she's
or a fucking tantrum is what it is.
yeah.
Wonder where that comes from.
Yeah,
She runs the shit.
it's me.
So, but every kid is different. So don't be too. I'm gonna turn my ringer off.
Yeah, I know. I fucking know. Beer break.
Refill.
I know I'm about to have to get up and get this. This is empty already, so I'm gonna have to go get another one.
Jimmy, do I need to get the censor button out?
You might, because I have some thoughts.
I don't think we're gonna share them on this episode.
I'm pretty unhappy right now with Israel. That's all I'll say.
Already.
That's all I'll say.
Well, let's hear your recap then, Jimmy, and not the part about being unhappy with Israel. Let's skip that part.
So I'll save that part for last. So right now I've got ribs in the oven. I'm excited.
Ooh.
I'm trying something new. So we had this guy named Spanky, rest in peace. He had a homemade rub. And Spanky's rub was so fucking good. And luckily, yeah, you spank your meat with that shit and it'll fucking be good. Spanky would have, I actually never met Spanky, which sucks. But my mom met him, my stepdad met him. My stepdad was friends with him and stuff, and he would always do barbecue.
You okay, Mike?
Let's just take a minute for Mike.
Sorry, I'm a child, and every time you say Spanky, I think of hog cranking. Well, so when you listen to this on the back end, just remember that. Go back and listen to the last 45 seconds.
So I think we talked about this before on the podcast. There's only one. So I've made brisket a few times, and I've failed a few times. And only one time has my brisket come out immaculate. And it was when I used Spanky's rub. And so Spanky was a really good cook. And he had his own blend of rub that goes really good on brisket. But I had it on ribs. My stepdad had made some ribs with the rub on it. So right now I've got a slab of baby backs and a slab of spare ribs in the oven full of that rub. And I bought some spicy barbecue sauce that I'm going to put on it towards the end. So it's in the oven right now for 3 hours. And then after the 3 hours are up, I'm going to put the barbecue sauce on it and let it sit in the oven outside of foil for 20 minutes. Because this is controversial opinion here. But baked ribs are so much better than smoked ribs, in my opinion, if they're done right.
It's
controversial. It's controversial. I've had smoked ribs. They are delicious, but man, when you bake them, I don't know. They just I swear to fucking God, you clingy fuck. Go in your spot. God.
He didn't agree with your rib statement.
He will later when he's eating it, because I share my food with him. So we'll see. So I got some cornbread, and I swear to God, Pete, I'm so sick of your shit, dude. I'm excited, so we'll see how it turns out. We ordered new flooring for my bedroom. So Maddie's moving in finally in just like about a week, really. A little bit over a week she'll be moving in. She pretty much already lives here, so it's not like a huge jump, but on her ID it already says she lives here and stuff like that. So we've already made that step, and a lot of her shit's here. And she's here most nights. But we had a list of things that we wanted to get done before she moved in, and money's tight, so it's hard to make it work. But one of the things is she wanted the carpet out of our living room out, or out of my bedroom out, so we can put floor that matches the living room and the boys' room, because we did both of those rooms. The only thing is it costs about like $900 a room to do the floor.
That's steep.
So, but the benefit of it is, though, it's life-proof flooring, so it's like hardwood floorings, and you can drag shit on it, and you can beat the hell out of it. So it's worth it. But the last room to do is my room, and I got the text today from Home Depot that it shipped. So I bought $700 worth of flooring to come into the house. So we'll be getting that done in a couple weeks. So I'm excited about that. And today last night I've been looking up grills. Remember we talked about this on the last episode. I was looking up Santa Maria grills. And last night I hopped on Facebook and I typed in Santa Maria on Facebook Marketplace because I wanted to see what was out there. And I don't know if you guys, I think we talked about it, but one of my stupid interests that I have are mugs. Like I really like mugs and shit. Like I fucking love them. Like this one's super cool. This one's, I don't know how well the camera's picking it up, but it's a wildlife one. It's pretty sweet. And I got a couple in there. I got a Knights of Columbus one. I got Christopher Columbus, and then I got a German Stein in there. But anyway, I typed in Santa Maria and I saw a Stein that I wanted. And I was like, oh shit. So for $5, it was a never used, only display only mug from 1992, which is my birth year. Budweiser Stein.
Nice.
Santa Maria. So I went and I picked it up. And I was driving home and I passed a sign. And mind you, I'm only 14 minutes away from my house. And I passed a sign that says 3D archery. And I go, what? So I turn into the quickest street that I can to pop a Yui and turn around and go. And I found a conservation club that they've got an archery, they got an indoor archery range, they got an indoor gun range, they got a skeet and trap range, they've got an outdoor archery range, and then they've got another outdoor archery range for even farther yardages, and then they have a 3D archery course.
How long have they been 14 minutes from your house?
Huh?
How long has that place been a thing?
A long time, probably.
Brother, you have got to be the worst outdoorsman I have ever
I've
talked
never
to.
looked up archery ranges
didn't
over here.
even fucking know.
No. Well, no. Let me rephrase that. I knew that they existed. I didn't know they were there. I didn't know they were that close. And I didn't know they had that. I knew they had skeet and trap. And I knew that they had an archery range, but I didn't know they had 3D. And that's what struck my eyes.
I take it back. You might not be the worst outdoorsman. I'm sure there's another
I
another
could be a
word.
terrible outdoorsman, if you want to
You
say
are kind
that.
of a terrible. I don't know. It feels dirty. I don't want. I don't like the way it sounds.
So I went in there and I asked some questions, and I got to go find out more about memberships and stuff like that. But to go hit the archery range, it's like $10. So I was telling Maddie, I told Maddie, I was like, I'm on an adventure. And she's like, oh, yeah. And I was telling her about it and told her where I was and what I was doing. Well, she was at school. So that'll be cool. I'm looking forward to that because I'm trying to find a time where I can go to that archery shop that I was telling you about so I can print up the custom tape. I want to do that. I want to get my bow. I am itching to get out and shoot my bow. So that's coming up. Another thing that's coming up is the hot weather, and it is full effect at work. It was very rainy today, therefore it was hot and humid, very sticky, if you will. So I'm getting sweaty and stuff. And luckily enough, I keep baby powder on hand at work because I need you to know that when the days start getting warm and the sun is out and the humidity's high and the days are sticky, I become Goldilocks. And when I say that, it's because with me, all you need is me in a hot summer day and a little thing of baby powder, and I can whip up porridge real quick using my fucking nutsack. I can turn baby powder into straight porridge. So now, so I'll go. It's kind of like the powder room. I'm gonna go powder my nose, only I'm gonna go powder my,
Your tape.
everything. Yeah. So what I'll do is now when people see me reach for it because they know where I keep it and they'll see me grab it, and I don't hide it. I just grab my big ass thing of baby powder, walk into the bathroom, and they'll see me, and I'll always go, "You guys hungry? I'm about to go whip up some porridge. Y'all come eat." Fucking grossest amount. And
You got to see if you can get that chick who was making fun of your walk to make fun of your magic trick.
yeah, just fucking go. Fucking fling some porridge in her eye.
No, no, there's a line there, and I think that would be over it.
Oh god, that reminds me of a story. Oh,
yeah,
gross.
bitch, this porridge is just right.
Oh.
Where Goldilocks?
On a little bit of a lower note, I had been nicotine free for over 8 months. I had really been addicted to vapes, which I had vaped for a long time and I've never gotten addicted to it. I could pick it up, quit for a few months, pick it up, quit for a few months. It was more of a social thing, really. And then I got lazy because I used to be the douchebag with the box mod and the tank and like swapping out liquids and coils and stuff like that, which honestly is the way to go because you'll rip a bigger cloud, you'll have a better flavor, but what they don't tell you is that the nicotine's lower. I had started getting lazy and I started going to gas stations and buying the breezes and stuff like that. And those have higher nicotine. Their nicotine is like 5%, which is pretty high. And I didn't realize how much of a hold that would get on me. When I first quit, I got the shakes like an alcoholic. Like I was taking really deep breaths, just really wishing that I had something, But I did good. I got through it. But I've had a lot go on in my life the past 2 months. And I think it just became too much because I started having panic attacks in the morning for no reason. Like, I don't know why. I don't know what's causing them. There's nothing specific that I'm panicking about. I'm just antsy and, don't want to go to work or whatever. Even though I love my job, I don't want to go to work. And I'm taking deep breaths and stuff like that, which is me missing my vape. And I don't want to fully quit what I've achieved and go back into vaping and stuff like that. So I went back to nicotine pouches and I found one that I really, really like. Because I tried Zins. Zins I used to do for a while. Zins helped me quit vaping. And I didn't really like it. Rogue was pretty good. I liked Rogue Green Apple. But I found a new one called Lucy's. And it's got like a little, it's
Breaker
got like
ball.
yeah, it's got like an
Yeah.
icebreaker in it.
Like the
And you
old
pop
like the old Camel menthol breakers.
The
you
old crush.
you pop it with your mouth and it just gives you like a real minty hit on top of the flavor. I really like that. And then I got another brand. I don't know what brand it is, but it's watermelon flavored. And I got 3 milligrams and 4 milligrams. And because when I was doing Zins, I think I was doing sixes and eights. So I was like, I don't want to jump back and he's like, I got 12s.
Probably
He's
more.
like, you won't see this. He had an epiphany of some sort.
Yeah.
He opened his door
He walked out.
and he's showing his unfinished rest of his basement right now with his open door.
I see 2x4s
He's
and plywood.
getting something for the listeners. But dude, the Lucy's are good though. They're
Not my
the
favorite.
threes didn't not your favorite?
Not my favorite.
The 3 milligrams didn't really scratch the itch for me, but the fours are doing okay. That's what I got. Those don't do it for me. That's what I got in my mouth right now, though, to try to help. They're tasty. What strength is that?
15s.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Someone's compensating.
Someone hurt you.
I think we went over that.
I found it. So I was at the gas station and I found it. There was one tin sitting on the counter, 3 milligram watermelon flavor for $3. I was like,
Yeah,
fuck
they're
it.
cheap as shit.
I was like, fuck it. I'll try it. So maybe I'll up the get out of here, Beats. Get. All right, never mind. Come on. Do what you want. This is your show. Fuck it. But the Lucy's are really good. So I'm a big fan of that right now. That's getting me through. But I've had less desire to hit a vape since bringing those back. So I'll take it, and then I'll just I don't know. I might double dip here because when I was on my weight loss journey the first time, I had nicotine in my life, and nicotine helps. So I might bust out the fasting again. And Beats, I swear to fucking Christ and everything that's holy, you're running with my headphones. You dick. God. But I got another thing that I deleted, but I kind of want to I'll be quick. Because you were talking about your buddy that lost his friend. Last week I was at work and I had an old coworker reach out to me asking me he was like, "Hey, do you know Bobby's address?" And a little bit of backstory is I used to have a best friend at the job that I got let go from. I had a best friend named Bobby. We hung out every day. And Bobby was a recovering alcoholic. And his method of drinking was to drink vodka until he passed out. So like multiple pints and then pass out while also taking sleeping pills. Really, really bad alcoholic. when I lost my job for whatever reason, Bobby had stopped talking to me, and I'm not sure why. And anyway, so flash forward to well over a year and a half of me working there. I think I worked there 2 years ago, I think. And I get a random text from an old coworker who Bobby doesn't work with, who I didn't work with. Actually, my buddy Jake, who was ironically the one that picked me up from my car accident, texted me asking me for Bobby's address. So I'm not wasting any time. I called Jake immediately. I'm not doing this texting shit. And I go, "What's wrong?" And he's like, "We have Bobby on the phone right now and he's going to commit suicide." And I'm like, "Fuck." So like I'm trying my hardest to remember Bobby's address because I don't remember it by heart. It's been a few years since I've been there. I could take you to his house right now. Like I could drive you there, but I don't know the numbers. Um, so like I call Bobby's mom because unfortunately I have his mom's number because of the shit that I used to have to deal with him because of mental health and because drinking problem and everything like that. I called the girlfriend that was no longer his girlfriend, but I didn't know that. It was the girlfriend that he had basically when I was talking to him. Neither one of them answered. So like I start searching through text message history because I never delete text messages. And I end up finding it. So I don't waste any time. I just call 911. I was like, my buddy's trying to kill himself and this is where he's at. And you know, what sucks is unfortunately like me and him stopped talking because and it wasn't my choice. Like when I lost my job, I had tried to reach out to him and he didn't reach out to me for some reason. And it makes me wonder if like maybe he played a role in me losing my job because I got let go in a weird way to where like I had never talked to HR or anything like that. I just kind of got let go. So almost like they talked to enough people about something and I know that I didn't have friends. There were a few people there that I was not friends with that would love to have seen me go, and I think they kind of just conspired against me and put enough together to where it was easy. And I think they might have got to him and convinced him, and I think that might be why he stopped talking to me. But anyway, so I called the police, and it's just rough, man. Like it's crazy. Like even after all these years, he's still dealing with it, and it's I'm glad that I was able to make the call to get him picked up because the police went and got him and took him somewhere. I don't know the status of him now. I texted his mom and she sent me a very vague, "He's doing great." And I was like, "I don't know what that means." Like, is this like all the other times where he had an episode and you guys didn't put him in rehab or commit him anywhere and you guys want to say he's doing good or is he getting help? So I was like, "Is he getting help?" And she's like, "He's getting help." So I don't know. But yeah, that shit's crazy. I don't know. It's a really tough situation to try to help somebody, especially like when they don't reach out to you. Because if he would have reached out to me, I would have dropped everything and I would have showed up, you know?
Yeah.
So they're going to do what they're going to do. And don't do that, guys. Reach out to somebody because that would suck. I would hate to hear that even though I hadn't talked to him in a few years, I would hate to hear that he took his own life and that he was no longer here because he didn't think he could call me or anybody else. And thank God he called somebody. So, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that for sure.
Well, Zach. Well, Jimmy, you got anything else for your recap?
No, you guys go ahead. I'm gonna go grab another beer.
All right, Zach, you got anything for a quick recap? And you already got off headset. Well, run through your recap quick, and when he gets back, we'll run through a story or two, and we'll go from there.
Sounds good, buddy. Well, Sunday was TAC up at Boyne. That was a blast. Did a couple harder courses than we did last year. The first course was like 3.7 miles up and down and around. I'm hurting bad. But we did all right. My sight tape ended up being about 4 yards off. Once I got that figured out, we did okay. But it was a blast. So much fun. Can't wait for the next one. Kiddo stuff. Speaking of potty train that we were all just talking about, that's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Alice
Yeah,
literally like throws a fit to sit on the potty.
Mm-hmm.
She's doing all right now, but it's like it just seems like it's never gonna end. She's never gonna just do it. It's brutal. Wes is already standing.
How old is he?
8 months.
Fuck you, buddy.
Can't do shit, dude. He went from like not moving to like now he's crawling and pulling himself up on everything in like a week. It's literally been a week.
Damn. Nice.
Yeah. He's just killing it. And I don't know if I love it or hate it. Because I can no longer just set him down and be like, stay.
Yep.
Getting it, bud. Jesus Christ. Make me horny.
That was full.
That was good.
And now it's gone.
And now it's gone.
Sorry, we're just watching Jimmy pour another beer.
That was gone in 3.5 seconds. Your boyfriend must be very happy with your throat.
Just fucking suck from the back, dude.
Jesus.
Hey, you know.
Hell yeah. All right, I'll refill my ice while you guys load up your questions.
All right.
What's the number for 911?
I think it's 400.
Jesus.
Zach, what is the number for 911?
411.
411?
Yeah.
All right, that's good.
411 to find 911.
Or is it 811? Figure out where to dig.
Yeah, that's where you dig
dig.
hide the body.
Call Miss Dig before you dig.
Miss Utility.
Call Miss Dig. There's a man pointing a gun at me right now. Please come help. Well, good news. There's a gas line underneath you. Shoot at it.
Oh shit. All right. So Zach, this is round 2.
Yep.
So I want to know what is the sketchiest or spiciest, not darkest, call that you have been on? Like, which one just really was fucking spidey senses going all over the fucking place?
Being half asleep and then responding to a murder, and then being on standoff for several hours, that sent you tingling for a while. Especially being I was only on like a year and a half. Like, yeah, it was a murder that sucked, but like I ended up not doing anything because he just stayed in the house.
Yeah.
But like the whole time you're like, oh shit, what's going on? Another one was we get a call that somebody believes a woman shot her husband, and I am across the counter. So running full code 110 miles an hour for 45 minutes to get down there. My partner's by himself and staring out at the trailer for hours with a gun pointed at it, waiting for something to happen to figure out what's going on. Again, kind of, it's not jumpy, but you're just like, what's going on? Kind of like all over the place. I can't think of any other ones that are like overly like spicy. Like we get a
You
lot
didn't
like, hey,
go.
you're twitching. Why
You
you
didn't go
twitching?
knock on the door and ask her if she shot her husband.
No, we tried
No,
to call
we
her.
tried to call her.
I did not
I
knock
did
on the
not
door.
knock on the door.
Did I?
Are you allowed to?
Yeah.
Probably not allowed to, right?
I mean, we could, I guess, if you don't
I wouldn't.
believe
Could
it's
have.
w's going on, but
I wouldn't
depends
want to.
on what
I'm not.
knowledge you have of the people beforehand.
Yeah, like I'm like.
Like,
Don't get me wrong. I didn't know. I should have rephrased that question because I didn't mean to like paint it that way. But I was wondering if there were like policies, like because I'm sure there are several policies that were like for example, you said you can't do the pit maneuver and stuff like that.
yeah,
Like, um, I didn't know if like they had policies in place that would make you not allowed to put yourself in because you are if like if somebody if you believe that a lady shot her husband and she's inside the house, you knocking on the door puts you in immediate danger. Like I didn't know if they had policies in place to prevent you from putting yourself in immediate danger like that.
no, not necessarily. There's common practices. Like most domestic situations, you go to people that are overly intoxicated or assaultive in any way, even if it's just like a 90-year-old man who's assaulting nursing staff. You tend to go to. Um, but to kind of reverse that, right? Like any active shooter situation, you're expected and not required is not the right word, but you're expected to go in and take care of the problem, whether you're by yourself or not. Like especially like all the school shootings nowadays, if you wait, you're gonna get just absolutely persecuted.
Yeah. Like I and there's so like I said, I should have worded my question better because I would never judge for not putting yourself in that because there are other ways that you could handle a situation like that because like if
Yeah,
she shot her husband, chances are like the damage is already done. So
right.
like no
Yeah,
no judgment here like if you don't pursue that. But
better routes to
there's
take.
video there's video footage like of the Las Vegas shooting of cops just waiting
Hmm.
and not acting on that. And there's several cops in school shootings where they don't go in and like I'm sorry, but I do judge that wholeheartedly because like even like the way that my adrenaline kicks, like if I had a gun, I would run in there and like I don't give a fuck if I die or not. Like that's something that I would like. I would judge wholeheartedly if somebody would like not step in to
Well,
save shit.
the problem is depending on when that time frame is, the active shooting stuff has changed so quickly over the last several years. The generalized response has changed at least a dozen times. At one
Yeah,
point, that was pretty standard to wait for at least one person. So you're going in and at least two people. It's changed now um, to where that's not standard. That's kind of the opposite of what most are doing now. Um, but at one point, that was kind of standard. So to, it's hard to Monday morning, or it's easy to Monday morning quarterback without knowing exactly the time frame, what information they
Yeah.
did or didn't have, um, anything like that. It's real easy to say, yeah, I would do this, but without being there, without having the knowledge they had at the time, it's tough.
I agree with you, and you're absolutely right because there's a lot of people who are sitting on the opposite side of a screen, um, that would say, "Oh, the cop did it wrong. I would have did this." You know, like when the comment that I made, it's not because I'm a bad motherfucker because I'm not. I just I've had so much. There's certain things that I'm really really passionate about, and like the thought of children getting hurt grinds like takes me to such a deep place that like that's why I said like I personally would run in like
Yeah.
I've had it with the school shootings. I've had it with like child trafficking and stuff like that. The Epstein shit drives me fucking nuts. Like like we won't dive into that, but like it's I've lost many, many hours of sleep over this shit. So that's why, like, when I will judge somebody, like, if you can't put yourself first over kids, innocent kids, like, that is the fastest way. Like, I will judge the shit out of you. Like, because I mean, even if I don't, I'll go in there with a fucking stick. Like, not because I'm a bad motherfucker, just because of how much I've had it with this shit. Like, it's like, even if I get shot in the face, like, it's just, I can't stress enough. It does come off as Monday, couch quarterback shit like that, but that's not what I'm trying to do.
Sure.
But there is a lot of that. And you're absolutely right. Um, and I wasn't trying to do that when I was asking the question about like, are you allowed to go knock on the door? Because the reason why I ask is like the first thing that I think of is when you go knock on the door, I picture buckshot going right through the fucking front door. You know what I mean? And then all of a
And that's
sudden you
happened
knock.
a lot.
Yeah.
It changes the way you respond to a lot of things, like um, suicidal people. I know we've talked about it a lot, but like general response for police, if you're by yourself, and you don't come out, you refuse to come out, no one else is there with you, we're not going to knock your door in to come get you because it puts you in a position to make a very, very poor decision
Right.
and hurt others. And if you're not a threat to anybody else, we'll try to talk you out for hours. We'll talk to you for hours. But if you're going to refuse to talk to us and just barricade yourself in, then you're kind of we can't do anything.
Right. Right. That makes sense.
And I asked that question because I think it would be fucking hilarious to watch the body cam footage of, hey, did you shoot your husband?
Eileen, come on out.
Come on out
Wasn't
now, Eileen. We know you shot him. Now just come on out. Put the gun down.
wasn't too far off
I
when
don't.
she eventually came out.
The whole,
Oh, jeez.
like, so this is kind of weird, but I am kind of envious of police in the way that they get to be the first ones on scene for certain types of things. Like I'm a true crime junkie. I've done reports on, like, if you tell me a serial killer, I can tell you about him. Like, it's just something that I've always been. I don't know where I get it, but like what people are able to do to other people has always like intrigued me. Like how they're like learning how their brains worked and why they were the way that they were. Like,
I have a story to go with that a little bit.
go ahead.
So in college, we were in a class. I don't remember exactly what class it was. But a professor was telling us a story about a couple that was in jail that killed their children, and butchered them and cooked them and fed them to the dogs. Terrible, terrible. They were serving, I think, life in prison wherever they were at. Well, a certain buddy of mine decided it was a good idea to go, are they allowed to work in jail or in the prison? Are they allowed to work? And she's like, yeah, of course, because we were also talking about cruel and unusual punishment in jail and stuff and why we can't just kill everybody and so on and so forth. And he goes, are they allowed to work in the kitchen?
Fryer oil.
It did not go well for him with that professor.
Sloppy
So,
Joe's from cell 72.
I
the
see
rest of the
what
class found it
you're
quite
saying.
funny. But
I
yeah.
see
That's
what you're
because it
saying.
is kind of fucking funny.
Mm-hmm. Dark
That
humor.
part I don't envy. Like responding to any sort of crime against a child. I don't envy that. I'm
Fucking
sure
sucks.
I'm sure there's times. You talked about a little bit, like, I didn't even want to know the answer, but when you were talking about the choking baby,
Mm-hmm.
that one hit me pretty hard. I don't even know the outcome of that. That's just I don't envy that part, but something about like murder and stuff like that has always been a fascinating topic. Like, I've always, like, if you think about there's a lot of crimes that have happened where I've been like, damn, I wish they would have posted the crime scene photos on that, and they don't. A lot of times they don't. And some of them they do, like the high profile cases like Dahmer.
Yeah, they'll post some
Uh,
of them.
and God, the poor students in my Mrs. LeBeau class with the paper. I did a full PowerPoint presentation on serial killers, and I had the hollowed out body on the bathtub and stuff from Dahmer and shit. Like I showed everybody that stuff. Like I found the most gruesome pictures I could, the Ed Gein photos and stuff like that. They were, full screen on the projector and stuff like that.
Who the fuck hurt you?
Dude, I don't know. It's a freaking a true crime, dude. Like I can't get enough of it. Like I love listening about shit like that. Not because I fantasize about it by any means. I just learning about how the brain works and how people can get to like that part. Like just it's such an unusual thing. Like their desire, like they don't really want to do it, but they're driven to, and then they have remorse, but they know that they need to be stopped or they're going to keep doing it. Like that's crazy to me. I want to learn more about that. So like that's why I keep researching it and shit. Because there's like a video of a guy he was a killer and he's sitting there and he's like, you can tell just from his body language and the look on his face. And he's like, are you having intrusive thoughts right now? He's like, yeah. He's like, what are you thinking about? He's like, I'm thinking about killing you right now. He's like, I want to so bad. And he was like handcuffed and stuff like that. And he was like telling him how he would do it and like going into great detail and stuff like that. And he was like, do you understand why you're in prison? He's like, I thank God that I'm in prison every day. He's like, I don't like doing it. He's like, I can't help it. And that's crazy. Like I don't know. That's fascinating to me. Psychology is just a fascinating thing to me. Love it. So in that regard, I'm envious of cops. In every other regard, I'm not. You know. So
It's great to look at pictures. It's not great to be there.
I believe you. I believe that. And
The other senses kick in, and it gets rough.
and
Yeah,
just like
there's some
you, I am
smells that you can't unsmell.
just
No,
like
and
you.
then
I'm a
you
human.
recognize it immediately anywhere, anytime you smell it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And just like you, I'm a human being. I'm sure. I say all this now. I say that if I'm actually in that situation instead of looking at it on a screen to where I can close the screen,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's got to
I
be
get it.
different.
I get the
Got to.
fascination with it, though. I do. There's a number of times you're going through cases and you're like, ooh, what they find, and you start reading and looking, and you're like, then you just stop, and you're like, I don't need to look at that one.
You
That's
know who I,
enough. That's enough cases for today.
Yeah,
you know
that's
job
one I
I
don't need to add.
you know whose job I don't envy at all is a dispatcher.
Absolutely
The
not.
one
That's
the one
it's
who's got to listen to it.
Yep.
Cuz
horrible.
like we should find a dispatcher and have them on because the shit that they go through. Because like Zack goes and responds to the crime, right? But the dispatcher, see Zack more. No, well, I shouldn't say more often than not. That's me making an assumption. But it takes time for the police to get there, right?
Yeah,
When the call is made, that's when shit is going down. So like a dispatcher
usually.
will hear
Hmm.
everything, whether it go good or whether it go bad.
Hmm.
And I'm sure that job has a lot of just fucking
That
takes a toll.
I think I talked about it last time I was on. My first suicide with the love triangle. I talked about that one, right?
I don't think
I
so.
don't remember.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Quick backstory. We get a phone call that a male is going to kill himself. Dispatch is actively on the phone to connect the dots here. Dispatch is actively on the phone when they hear the shot go off.
Oof.
Um, It takes another several hours before we get in and figure out exactly what happened. And he did commit suicide via 7 Mauser to the face. Not pretty. But I ended up talking to my dispatcher about it afterwards. He's like, "Oh yeah, I heard the whole thing," and we checked on each other for a good bit afterwards. And yeah, that's not a job I envy whatsoever. On the lighter side, come to find out, said male was in a love triangle with a female and her husband. They had just got done and were waiting for the third to show up when he decided to do this said deed. And they were into some kinky shit. There were hot pokers everywhere. There were nipple clamps hanging from the ceiling fan.
All right, don't
There
judge,
were paddles. There were
Okay.
masks. You find the weirdest shit when people kill themselves.
Hot pokers.
Yeah, like super long kebab sticks on fire.
Wow, what the fuck?
Craziness.
That I've never heard of that one.
I'm not judging.
Nope.
With the nipple clamps, I'm not going to yuck your yum. Yeah. I can get it.
Wait, the nipple clamps get a pass, but the hot pokers, you're gonna yuck their yum on that one?
Hot pokers are a bit much. I'm trying to figure out what you're going to do with those. Because you put them anywhere that matter, it's not going to be good for anybody. There's nobody's
No,
going to.
you just put them somewhere. It's pain.
Right, but like if you do it on your arm or on a butt cheek, like pain can be mixed with pleasure a little bit, right? But like I'm thinking, never mind. I'm not going to tell you what I'm thinking.
How the fuck do you go from arm to butt cheek?
Because people
And
like
we
to be
all
spanked and
know.
shit. He said paddles and shit. So like spanking and stuff, you know.
I feel like there would be a very specific order of operations in which you'd have to conduct that activity.
So like, but like with hot pokers, I don't know. That's probably the extent of it. They're probably touching other items and not sensitive areas. Probably, hopefully.
You
know, I ain't judging.
I didn't check. To be honest with you.
And you couldn't ask them, which sucks. So, that was the Yingling. I'm so sorry. So my question is obviously safety, right?
Mm-hmm.
Safety is the most important, especially for you guys. Why did it take several hours instead? Like obviously minutes. I understand why it wouldn't take minutes, but you guys got to make sure it's safe, right?
Right. So the long and short of it is that we got her a caller out of the house. She made claims to possibly still hear him. We weren't positive where the gunshot was, if it was self-inflicted or if it was just out a window. We had no idea.
All three of them were in the house?
No, just 2 of them. The third one was on his way.
Okay, so
victim and caller were doing the deed.
They were the couple?
No, he was the third wheel.
Okay, the third wheel. Okay.
Yes, the husband was at work, I believe. So wife, caller, and boyfriend were doing the deed. Finished the deed up. He kicks her out and says, "I'm going to kill myself." Slams the door in her face. She's trying to get in, makes the call. Shot happens. We get there, get her out of the way. And then it takes time to figure out if we can make contact with him, if we can call him, make a safe approach, verify that is indeed a self-inflicted gunshot wound or not, because we don't want to go in again to him being just drunk and pissed off and shooting and then shoots one of us.
Hanging out with a fucking 7 Mauser watching the door.
Right. That makes a lot of sense.
And depending on how graphic I can tell you how we verified it quickly.
Please.
Okay. So we are tactically walking up and get to the window where he's allegedly at, and in the blinds is a 4-inch section of his upper jaw.
Oh,
That's a pretty good identifier that
Yeah,
he's
that's
probably
pretty
not
good
still a
identifier
threat.
of what happened. Yeah.
damn.
So did you guys ever get to a reason as to why?
Thank you for asking that.
From what I recall, and this again was several years ago, he was just depressed, lost his dad, was an alcoholic or was becoming an alcoholic. I'm not positive which. He was super intoxicated the night of. So we're guessing just depression and overall.
I mean, listen,
bad
all those
life.
things suck. All those things suck, but none of those are anything to lose your head about.
No.
Right. But also, it was with post nut clarity. So maybe,
Potentially. Potentially. It was not
I mean, if he was
clarified
that
whether
drunk,
it was the end of the task or if he just stopped.
Oh. Well, then you guys aren't asking the right questions.
what's the lady equivalent of blue balls? Because just play through that, right? You don't even get your rocks off. He kicks you out. He shoots himself in your fucking trailer while your husband's on the way home.
Was it her house?
I don't remember.
I'm guessing. I don't
Oh
know.
my
I don't
God.
recall.
Could you imagine you have a guy over and you're Jesus? All right, I was going to say
I
something
think
mean.
it was his house.
All right, that's fair.
But still.
I don't know, dude. It's like it's a weird thing. Like I remember I was looking at a house in, I mean, I could say the city, but you guys probably wouldn't know where it's at, but it's by Flat Rock and stuff like that. It's by Brownstown.
Familiar.
It's right across the street from my one of my closest friends. And it was the house was kind of shit. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty small. But it was only 60 grand. Good deal, especially for a house. Right on the water. I could have had my boat on the water. Super small house. The only downside is that the tenant in it before had killed himself. And like, I don't know what it is, but when we went in there, I remember I was walking with the homeowner and we walked into one of the bedrooms and I just looked at him. I was like, I'm guessing it was this room. And she's like, yeah. Like I felt it. Like I just knew. And like I told my buddy, I was like, dude, I'd love to be your neighbor, but I can't. I was like, I don't want my son in this house ever. I was like, the fact that I could feel what room it happened in, I'm good. Like,
More than likely it was a sensory thing. Whether you knew
Yeah, I
it
don't
or
know.
not.
I don't know. But like, I didn't even have to, like, I just knew, like, as soon as I walked in the room, I'm like, it was this house. Like, they had it professionally cleaned out and everything like that. But yeah, it was.
There's
I was like,
certain smells that you're just never gonna get fully away.
yeah, I was like, this is the house this is the room that it happened in. And yeah, that's a dark one. But what else you got, Mike?
I got 1.5 two-hearted IPAs down. That's what I got.
I'm thinking about busting out the other Yingling. I meant
If
question.
you get any drunker, you're gonna start chanting MAGA and strip your fucking clothes off, and then I
No,
have
no,
to
no,
put
I'm
you
not
up
gonna
to that.
start chanting that. I know what I'll
Any
start.
later questions before I gotta finish up here, buddy?
You got any other good stories you want to touch on?
No, I think I told all my real good ones.
All right, we'll let the exceptionally spicy ones just exist where they currently exist, and
I'm pretty sure we touched on the majority of my spicy.
all right then.
I told you guys about the old lady who opened the door at the 44 mag?
I think so.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
don't think so.
Okay, well, all right. Let's hear about Betty with
It's a simple
44.
one, real quick. We get a call from a bank saying a lady is threatening to don't remember if she said kill herself or just shoot people. But we go to the house, knock on the door, expecting to talk to some old lady who's just, not sitting right because of a bank debt, basically. And she opens the door, and there's a screen door, and she's talking to us for a second, and she goes, I think it's time for you to leave. And just from beneath the door pulls out a 44 stainless mag, and I'm like, oh shit, hello. My partner, like, I draw down immediately. My partner's like slowly drawing as he's talking to her. We get the guns leveled, and she slams the door in our face. So we immediately go to sitting up against the house because that's the safest spot at that particular moment. And I start chuckling to myself. My partner at the time goes, "What are you laughing at?" I go, "Good morning, Greg. Happy Monday." For whatever reason, that was the only thing in my fucking head at that particular moment.
What can you do?
She ended up coming down and went to the hospital for some mental health checks, but it was pretty funny.
You're in a 8 a.m. Monday morning standoff with fucking 95-year-old granny who's just having a bad day.
Just fucking like, what a Monday.
So,
all right, Dolores, now don't forget to take your meds again. I don't want to have to come back here.
So I think I know the answer to this question, but based on where you're at, what is the most common thing you respond to?
Verbal arguments.
Ooh, I was wrong. Okay.
Were you going to guess DV?
Actually, car deers, and then verbal arguments.
Okay, that doesn't surprise me at all. I didn't even, it kind of slipped my mind that you guys would deal with that type of stuff. No, I was thinking meth. You know,
there's a lot of meth. We find a lot of meth, but that it's not something we respond to a lot. That's something you kind of stumble upon.
There's just not a whole lot to do where you're at. So, like, I
more
figured
than you think, but
crazy.
I am not nearly as busy as Saginaw or Flint or Detroit or Grand Rapids or anything like that.
Well, I've noticed that in rural areas, the hard drugs are pretty rampant, just because there's not.
Meth and fentanyl are pretty potent pretty much everywhere right now.
Do people recreationally do fentanyl? Is that like
if you call hard drug use recreational?
Well, okay. Fair.
If you call recreational accidental.
Fair. I meant to say, are people intentionally taking fentanyl? That's what I meant to say.
Yes.
That's wild, because like it just takes
it's basically replaced heroin.
How do you take fentanyl though? Because like it's just
same
takes
way you
like
take heroin.
Right, but like the amount.
You're thinking of car fentanyl.
I'm thinking of what?
Car fentanyl is the stuff that takes a pinprick worth of to kill you.
Yeah. Okay.
Fentanyl is it's less than heroin, but still not. It's still enough that you can like do it.
Is that a shoot thing too, or is
usually?
It okay.
Usually.
What's the street price difference between fentanyl and heroin?
No idea.
Fentanyl's cheaper.
Right now, fentanyl's cheaper. Meth is cheaper. No one's making meth right now. Everyone's buying it because cartels and stuff are making it, so it's so much cheaper to just buy it than it is to make it, and it's a better product.
So unfortunately, drug use is pretty common in my family. Not immediate family. Most of them have died by now, but fentanyl is cheaper because they use fentanyl to cut the other stuff. Yeah. And the reason why they use fentanyl to cut the other stuff is because the manufacturers of the said drug are saving money by using fentanyl.
Because it's more potent, it doesn't take as much, so thus you make more money.
Right. But yeah, no, I definitely didn't realize that there were other types of fentanyl. So I just learned something. So that's cool. Because I didn't
tune in next week till to learn about crack cocaine.
I
You
just
have to call somebody else. I don't know nothing about crack.
crack cocaine. You'd have to find a police officer from Detroit to
There you go.
talk about that. Which we could. We could have a guest we could have a Detroit cop come on. I'm sure we know some.
We could also
You know
just
a
find
couple
a
that went to our high
Detroit.
school.
We
Yeah,
could find a Detroit druggie and ask him.
We
Or her.
could. We went to school with them too.
God.
There you go. Now you're
Ones
spitting
that
fingers,
didn't
bud.
fucking die. Jesus, we lost a lot.
Yeah. So I have a question for the group. Am I the asshole that I, on principle, am not okay with the idea of carrying Narcan?
I'm gonna have to plead the fifth on this one.
But you have a duty to respond.
I do, yes.
Yes, you're.
I also have opinions about the Narcan distribution that I'm not going to disclose.
Interesting.
I like that.
So, Jimmy, am I the asshole?
Well, yes. To simply put it. So, a lot of people. This one's a tough one for me. This is a really hard subject for me to talk about. Drugs fucking suck. And I cannot stand hard drugs or people that do them, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they don't deserve to be alive, because usually it just takes one bad decision, and it takes one drunken night or one night where you're high on something else, and usually start small, because opiates are opiates. So if you get a painkiller, which is roughly the same family as heroin and methamphetamine and all that stuff like that, it's the same family as, say, and graduate. There's steps.
Meth's not in that same family, but yes.
But it's the same classification as like going to the doctor and getting an Ortho, and then
Opioid.
a Percocet, and then a Percocet, and then once you build up a tolerance to that, I need to fucking ride this dragon, dude. Where's the next high? Well, you're not allowed to get that from a doctor, but here it is, and then that's how you find yourself in a serious problem. And I swear to God, Beads, I'm going to kill you because you're pissing me off. Fucking headphones again. So, yes, it's a lot of bad decisions, and yes, it's easy to judge, and yes, I do judge, but there's a lot of comeback stories, and that's the reason why I believe that it's important that, because I mean, it may not be that one time, but maybe Zack showing up that one day and delivering that could be the instance of rock bottom that it takes for that addict to get the help that they need to clean themselves up.
And that's what we hope for.
No, but sometimes. And that's why it's a good idea.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, I'm out of questions, and I'll say the unpopular part. I guess I'm just content with being an asshole because I'm a jaded fucking prick.
Because
and I'm
the
all right
air
with that.
program worked. What the fuck was that, Beads?
All right, so before Beads wrecks your house, before Zack gets in trouble with his old lady because his kids are now both awake and running amok around his house.
It's 10 o'clock at night. Your kids better not be up.
Oh, they're up.
That's the problem.
That's why he's got to go. So we're gonna wrap this fucking thing up.
Okay, so before we have part 3, I really need you to go out there and be all you can be, and try to get us at least one cavity search that you can talk about. I want you to get up in there with everything you got, and I want you to find something.
I'll make sure I call you, buddy. You can come do it. We'll outsource it just for
Jimmy's
you.
gonna do a ride along. He's gonna be in the passenger seat, putting the glove on. Can I do it this time?
I
Can I
believe
start your bet? Can I
I
start your bet?
believe that you have contraband on you, and I've called my buddy. He's a true analyst, and he's gonna get it out of you.
He's a true analyst.
He's about 2.5 hours away. He's coming. He's really excited.
Just go ahead and drop your pants, spread your legs, and we'll wait for him to get here. All right, Jimmy, you got any save rounds, alibis, final thoughts?
Nope.
Zach, you got anything, buddy?
Stay sweaty.
Stay. Oh. Ugh. All righty, and guys, thanks for showing up. I'm just gonna go back to that because I'm tired of thinking of something every time. So for our wonderful guest Zach, for Jimmy, the master of porridge making, I'm Mike. This has been episode 25 of the Three Damn Dudes podcast, and we
Thanks,
fucking
Gavin, for
appreciate you
not
guys.
showing up.
Damn.
You and your shitty ass.
You and your shitty ass.
All right. On that note, we'll
I
see
hope
you
it's
guys
sticky.
next week. Bye.
Bye. Love you. Bye.